Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
19 Lions. Buffalo 18. Go.
2nd and 11. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. In motion, the tight end. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Jets will take over.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
A handoff for Hall. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off play action. Travis. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Travis. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw. Barnhart eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you...
Look at the big man rumble!
Still on his feet.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
They'll try to run with Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 4. Forced out to his left. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Barnhart. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, Travis. Buying time to his left. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Travis, flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with the pick. And the Falcons are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Bronco.
Off the play fake, Barnhart. That throw right side here going to be incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
From the gun on 3rd down, Barnhart. This ball down the field for Pitts. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got Turner. He's got room at the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. You're lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll find Hall. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
call on a give up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. One more time with Hall. And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on third and goal.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Sly able to put this one through.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Here we go.
A give running right is Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Jets have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Robinson with another carry.
And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen. Maybe.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
with career touchdown number 174, just one shy of Emmitt Smith in second place.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Travis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Let's go now.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 5. He gets it underneath to Hall. It'll be a gain of 5. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Looking to throw. Travis.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Quick slant, complete to Turner.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Buffalo 18. Riggs. 70 range. Trap 60.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Go. 60 Maverick. Rig alert. Cup 19. Panther 11.
Back to throw. Barnhart. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler.
Operating from the gun, Barnhart.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Down the sideline he goes. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, right back to Hall. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Here's Hall again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Looking to throw. Travis flushed out right.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. He's into the secondary.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
Career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list.
And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
On first and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
134 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Smash, smash. Go.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Travis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets are able to widen their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Off play action. Barnhart. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Inside the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Reload, go.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Barnhart. This one into the hands of Pitts. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 74 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now Hall to start the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Second and 9 now. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 50 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Pushing his way through. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Here's Sly now to kick off as he'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And my goodness, another interception. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2nd and 2.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
Here we go. 60 Maverick.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Operating from the gun, Travis. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Cup 19. Panther 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come on, set.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing to start the drive. Travis. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Go!
2nd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw again. Out route here, he finds Turner. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, yes.
Ready, set, go.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Let's go now. Hey, check that.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell you...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from the 20. And the Jets have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. On the move past the 40. And down right around the 37. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check go.
Back to throw again.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
19 Lions.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Straight ahead, here's Mason. Muscles him off. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Right back to Mason. And he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set.
Back to throw. Barnhart. He finds his man complete. It's Shaw. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Come on. Set. 70 range. 70 range. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.